So let us resume from here. So we have seen one question. Now Yashash is asking that, sir, what should we do after we get three factors of polynomial? So in the question, if they are asking only factors or roots, then your work is done. If they are asking the polynomial, then you have to write k into first factor, then second factor, then third factor, if it is the third degree polynomial. And if it is the fourth degree polynomial, then you have to find fourth root as well. And if fifth, then so on. Okay. So let us see Chandan's question now. So Chandan is asking, it is your example number 5 of R.D. Sharma, which is find integral roots of the polynomial x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. So x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. So here also my first coefficient is 1, and so I can use integral root theorem. So roots of 6 will be plus or minus 1, or factors of 6 will be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 6. So let us check each one of them. So suppose this is our polynomial p of x. In earlier question we have taken it as f of x. So here p of 1 will be 1 minus 6 times 1 square plus, this is 1 cube, 6 times 1 square, 11 times 1 minus 6. 11 plus 1 is 12, 6 and 6 is 12, 12 minus 12 is 0. So one root is your x is equal to 1. Now check that in question what they are asking. They are asking roots or factors. So roots only. So here one root will be x is equal to 1. So here x is equal to 1 is one root. Let us check for minus 1. Definitely if plus 1 is root over here. So minus 1 is most probably not. So for minus 1 cube, minus 6 times minus 1 square plus 11 times minus 1 minus 6. So it is minus 1 minus 6 minus 11 minus 6. So it will be negative number. So it is not equal to 0. So it is not the root. Let us check for x is equal to 2. So p of 2 will be 2 cube minus 6 times 2 square plus 11 times 2 minus 6. So 2 cube is 8, 11 2s are 22, 22 and 8 is 30. 2 square is 4, 6 4s are 24, 24 and 6 is minus 30. So it is equal to 0. So x is equal to 2 is another root of the equation or polynomial. If p of 2 is root, then there are high chances that minus 2 will not be its root. So here minus 2 cube minus 6 times minus 2 square plus 11 times minus 2 minus 6, definitely it will be a negative number which is not equal to 0. Now let us check for x equal to 3. So 3 cube minus 6 times 3 square plus 11 times 3 minus 6. So it is 27 and 33. Their sum is 60. 3 square is 9. So it is the same question that we have done in earlier case. But in earlier case, all the signs were positive. Here these two signs are negative. So in that case, we are having all the roots x equal to minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And here, this is also 60. 3 square is 9. 9 6 are 54. 54 minus 6 is minus 60, which is equal to 0. So third root is x equal to 3. And since its degree is 3, it is having only 3 roots or maximum 3 roots. So here we got x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, and x is equal to 3. In earlier case, roots were x is equal to minus 1, minus 2, and minus 3. Now, if I answer here your questions, so Yashash, you are asking what should we do after we get 3 factors of polynomial. So if degree is 3, Yashash, and they are asking only roots, then our question is completed over here. If they are asking polynomial, then here first factor will be x minus 1, second factor will be x minus 2, third factor will be x minus 3. Then polynomial will be k times x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. Then after comparing it with p of x and putting x equal to 0, we will find value of k. And if it is fourth degree polynomial, then we will also find fourth root also. Right? So depend on the question. It all depends on the question that what should we do after 3 factors. Now Prahlad is asking, sir, if after doing trial and error method, we can notice that only the negative numbers are roots. Is it compulsory to show all the value that negative numbers? No, no, no. No. We should not to सारी चीजें दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है. Now, yes, sir. Why we find only factor of 6? If the question, sorry, wait. In the question, 24x and 6 are there, then still should we have to take factors of 6? Yes, Navya. We have to take factors of 6 only. This is what integral theorem root is saying to integral root theorem is saying to us. कि जो भी आपके रूट्स होंगे वो आपके कांस्टेंट टर्म के ही फैक्टर्स होंगे अगर आपका लीडिंग कोएफिशिएंट 1 है तो. अब ऐसा क्यों होता है? सो इट्स रीजन लाइज बिहाइंड दिस k into x minus 1 x minus 2 x minus 3. तो जब आप सिंप्लीफाई करोगे तो इसकी बहुत सारी टर्म्स आपको मिलेंगी, बट जो आपको कांस्टेंट टर्म मिलेगी वो सारे इन कांस्टेंट टर्म का मल्टीप्लिकेशन ही होगी 1 into 2 into 3. दैट्स व्हाई. आफ्टर फाइंडिंग वैल्यू ऑफ k, क्वेश्चन इज ओवर. यशस, okay, because I will see your video after the class, because during the class I cannot see that. Now, Sakib, there is not any hard science in there that we have to understand that what is integer roots of polynomial. Integer roots means these are integer roots, right? मतलब वो integer numbers हैं, fraction नहीं है. Fraction वाला अभी हम एक example देखेंगे इसके बाद. Okay? Now Navya is telling that, sir, 20, if 24 is constant, then we can find factor of 24. Yes. Now Prahlad is telling, sir, will you explain the concept of k? 1 second. Yes, why not? I will explain that concept of k in the suitable question only. Okay. So let us move to next question. तो अब हमारे पास अव्ययी का एक डाउट बचा है, वास्तव का एक डाउट बचा है. Then we will start our module. So now, Abhay's second question was question number 7 of R.D. Sharma, that find the rational roots of polynomial f of x is equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 7x minus 6. Right. So if we go from rational roots theorem, so from rational roots, if our roots is b by c, then our numerator, that is b, will be factor of 6 and denominator will be factor of 2, isn't it? From rational root theorem. So first we will write here factors of 6. वो आपको क्या मिलेंगे? प्लस और माइनस 1, प्लस और माइनस 2, प्लस और माइनस 3, प्लस और माइनस 6. Now factors of, this is for rough only, factors of 2 are plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2. Now by combining them, I can write our rational roots can be plus or minus 1 by 1, so plus or minus 1, 1 by 2, plus or minus half, 2 by 2, plus or minus 1 already there, and 2 by 1, plus or minus 2. Now 3 by 1, plus or minus 3. Now 3 by 2, plus or minus 3 by 2, 6 by 1, plus or minus 6, 6 by 2, plus or minus 3, but it is already here in case of plus or minus 3 by 1. So here we can have plus or minus 1, half, 2, 3, 3 by 2 and 6. Okay. Why factors of 6? In why previous question we have taken factors of 6? Because from rational roots theorem, na? Rational root theorem, from rational root theorem they are telling that your numerator will be factor of constant term. So what is your constant term over here? 6. And your denominator will be factor of leading coefficient. What is your leading coefficient? 2. Right. This is from rational roots theorem. We have seen now only. Rational roots theorem. Rational roots theorem क्या बोल रहा था? Right. Rational roots theorem was stating that if your fraction are roots of the polynomial, then numerator will be factor of constant term and denominator will be factor of leading coefficient. Leading coefficient is 2. So here, yes, okay. So this is clear. Y factors of 6 and 2. Chandan, Navya. Now Yashaj is asking, sir, in the last class you told that the product of two factors of a number will also be a factor. Sir, but if the number is 36, its factors are 4 and 6, but 24 is not a factor of 36. It can be. Okay. You cannot multiply. अरे बाबा यशस, ऐसा नहीं होता ना कि 4 and 6 को आप मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हो, ऐसा नहीं. If suppose, okay, just ignore that. Now Navya, y, okay, so Navya, is it clear why c equal to 2? Okay. Now, so Sakib is asking, sir, what are the conditions for both theorem? Conditions are easy, just you have to check your leading coefficient. If leading coefficient is 1, then it is having integral roots, and if its leading coefficient is 2, then it is rational roots theorem. If leading coefficient is 1, then integral roots theorem. If leading coefficient is 2, then it is rational root theorem. So it all depends on leading coefficient, right? If your leading coefficient is 1, or if it is not 1, if it is 1, you can move to integral roots theorem, and if it is not 1, you can move to rational roots theorem. Okay. No, we will consider जितने factors possible होंगे वो लेंगे. ये 6 is not a prime number, फिर भी हम उसे ले रहे हैं, तो जितने factors possible होंगे वो लेंगे, right? जो possible नहीं होंगे वो नहीं लेंगे. If it is neither 1 nor 2, तो कुछ भी होगा ना. 2 का तो कोई जरूरी नहीं है ना. अगर 2 की जगह 3 होगा तो भी rational theorem ना. What I am telling, read ना. If it is 1, we will use integral root theorem. If it is not 1, so if it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lakhs, millions, trillions, what you will do? Rational roots theorem na. If it is not 1, I have clearly mentioned, then why you are asking that what will happen if it is not 2? If you are having any number instead of 1, it is rational roots theorem. Okay. So from here, let us check. Yes, we can apply, Vaishnavi. So let us check here first for x equal to 1. So f of 1 will be, no Yashash, because already it is 4:30, and if I'll explain only one thing 10 times in the class, who will complete the syllabus? Will you take the guarantee of completing the syllabus? So f of 1 is 2 times 1 cube plus 1 square minus 7 times 1 minus 6. Wait, Navya, I will answer your doubt. So it is 2 plus 1, 3, minus 7 minus 6. Definitely it is not equal to 0. Let us check for f of minus 1. So 2 times minus 1 cube plus minus 1 square minus 7 times minus 1 minus 6. So it is minus 2 plus 1 plus 7 minus 6. See it carefully. Minus 2 plus 1 plus 7 minus 6. So minus 6 minus 2 minus 8. 7 plus 1 8. So it is 0. So we got our first root, that is x is equal to minus 1. Now 1 down, 2 to go, because its degree is 3, so it can have maximum 3 roots. So let us try for another number, that is plus or minus half. So if I put plus half, so f of half will be 2 times half cube plus half square minus 7 times half minus 6. So this will be 2 by 8, that is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 2 by 4, that is half. It is minus 7 minus 12 minus 19 by 2. Definitely it is not equal to 0. Similarly, if I check for f of minus half, it will be minus 2 by 8. it will be plus 1 by 2 only, and it will be plus 7 by 2, and it is minus 6. So 7 plus 1, 8 by 2, it is 4, and it is minus 6 minus 1 by 4, it is also not equal to 0. So f of minus half is also not one root over here. Now let us check for plus 2 and minus 2. So if I'll put f of 2, it is 2 times 2 cube plus 2 square minus 7 times 2 minus 6. So it is 2 to the power 4, that is 16, plus 2 square 4, it is 20. 7 to the 14 and 6 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. So we got our other root here, that is x is equal to 2. So we got two roots now. Now we have to find only one root. So if I'll put minus 2 over here, I will get this term as negative and I will get this term as positive. So it is 7 to the 14 and it is negative. So this is also not equal to 0, isn't it? Because this will be minus 16 minus 4 minus 16 and minus 6, and here 7 to the 14 and 4, so it is 20. So it is not equal to 0, f of minus 2. So f of minus 2 will also 2 times minus 2 cube plus minus 2 square minus 7 times minus 2 minus 6 is not equal to 0. Now we have to check for plus or minus 3 by 2 and plus or minus 6. So shall I rub this? इतना क्लियर हो गया? अगर इतना क्लियर हो गया है तो ये रब करके मैं आगे कर रहा हूँ. So Navya is asking that, sir, when we multiply 3 into 6 by 2, why we will multiply 3 into 6 by 2, Navya? Right. So 3 into 6 by 2, remainder is a fraction. So will it come in the factors of 6 by 2? Navya, why we are multiplying 3? Just unmute. I am unmuting you. Tell me. Why you are multiplying 3 into 6 by 2? Yes, is asking. हाफ एंड 3 by 2 कहाँ से आए? तो हाँ, वो मैं बता रहा हूँ वापस. रेशनल थ्योरम. वेट, जब मैं पूरा क्वेश्चन वापस रिपीट करूंगा तब देखना यशस, देन यू विल क्लियर कि हाफ एंड 3 by 2 कहाँ से आया. ओके. हाँ, हाफ एंड 3 by 2 पता चल जाएगा यशस. वेट. ओके, चलो नव्या का डाउट क्लियर हो गया. चलो. सो आई एम रबिंग दिस पोर्शन, राइट, एंड so till now we got two roots. Those roots are x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 2. Okay, those two roots I am writing over here. Now we are in search of third root. So, and we have completed this 1 2 3 4 5 6 portions. Now let us check for 3. So here f of 3 will be 2 times 3 cube plus 3 square minus 7 times 3 minus 6. y x इक्वल टू माइनस टू 2 के लिए 0 हुआ ना प्रहलाद? x इक्वल टू 2 के लिए वो 0 हुआ है, राइट. जिसके लिए 0 हुआ है वही होगा. फैक्टर ले रहे हैं तो फिर नेगेटिव साइड पे आएगा. चलो, 3 क्यूब 27, 27 to the 54, 54 and 9 63, and definitely this is not 63 in negative, so it is not equal to 0. And if we'll check for minus 3, it will become negative, it will become positive. So 7 3s are 21 positive, and this 3 square 9, 21 and 9 is 30, and definitely this is 60, so it is not also not equal to 0. So for both f of 3 and f of minus 3, it is not equal to 0. Now let us check for 3 by 2. So it is 2 times 3 by 2 whole cube plus 3 by 2 square minus 7 times 3 by 2 minus 6. So it will become 3 cube by 2 cube, right? And it's 2 will get cancelled out. So 3 cube 27 by 2 square, that is 4, plus 3 square 9, 2 square 4, minus 7 3s are 21 by 2 minus 6. So if we'll simplify this, 27 plus 9, it is 36 by 4. 36 by 4 is 9. 9 minus 6 will be 3, and 3 minus 21 by 2, definitely it is also not equal to 0. Right. So now let us check for f of minus 3 by 2. So for minus 3 by 2, this first term will become negative. It will be minus 27 by 4. I am writing it directly. Second term will be positive, plus 9 by 4. Third term will be again positive, because minus minus will become plus, and it is minus. So if you compare this positive terms, so if you will take LCM, this is 21 2s are 42, 42 and 9, so it is 51 by 4. And here if you will take LCM, 6 4s are 24, 24 and 27, 51 by 4. So plus 51 by 4 minus 51 by 4, definitely it will become 0. So our third root will be x equal to minus 3 by 2. So our third root will be x is equal to minus 3 by 2. I am repeating this question once again. So in this question only you will, in this repetition only you will get repetition of rational roots theorem also. Then we can start our in-class exercise and homework. So here in question 7, they are asking that from rational roots theorem, find all the factors or roots, find all the roots of this polynomial. Now how we will find that? So here if you observe its leading coefficient, it is 2, and its constant coefficient, it is minus 6. So what rational roots theorem states? Rational roots theorem says that if it is having its leading coefficient other than 1, then all its rational coefficients or all its rational factors can be written in the form of b by c, where your b, that is numerator of your root, will be factor of 6, and c, that is denominator of your root, will be factor of 2. So b numerator is factor of 6 and c denominator will be factor of 2. So if you'll find factors of 6, it will be 1 2 3 6, and factors of 2, it will be 1 2, and I'm adding plus or minus 1 everywhere. So rational roots can be plus or minus 1, plus or minus half, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 3 by 2, plus or minus 6. Now how they came over here? By doing b by c, that is by dividing roots of 6 by roots of 2. So 1 by 1, it will be 1. 1 by 2, it is half. 2 by 1, it is 2. 2 by 2, it is again 1. 1 already we have written over here. 3 by 1, it is 3. 3 by 2, it is 3 by 2. 6 by 1, it is 6. And 6 by 2, it is 3, which is already there. So now is it clear to you, Yashash? Half and 3 by 2 kahan se aaya? Okay. So then by trial and error, step by step, we have put each and every value, and we got for x equal to minus 1, for x equal to 2, and for x equal to minus 3 by 2. For these three values, we got our polynomial is equal to 0. So these three are the roots, 1, 2, and minus 3 by 2. Is it clear? Right. Let us see question of Vastav now. So Vastav's question is just a simplification based question. Vastav, yes, this is a disadvantage of this method, that if we are having large number of factors, then definitely this method will be cumbersome. I will explain about K when we will see module questions. Right, in that type of questions, I will. Okay, so Vastav, you don't need. It is easy only, right? A normal question. Okay, Srishti, just increase your device volume because इससे ज्यादा जोर से अगर मैं बोलूंगा तो आसपास वाले आ जाएंगे इधर. No, Nitin, there are not any other alternatives of this method. So 9m 2.4. Yes, you can factorize. Okay, thank you, Srishti. Now, tell me your doubts of in-class exercise and homework. And last time I have explained you in-class exercise except question number 6, and I have given you all the questions of homework. So just tell me your doubts so that we can quickly finish them, and I can give you homework for 9m 2.5. No, roots means not square root over here. Roots means the value of x for which your f of x is becoming 0. In our syllabus, Aditya, in our syllabus we are having only integral root theorem, not fractional root theorem. Fractional root theorem is additional topic in RD Sharma. If they will tell, then use this method, otherwise not. I will explain splitting middle term in question itself. Yes. See, exactly 0 is preferred as, right, 0 is the term related to polynomial f of x. Right, 0 is polynomial, 0 is for polynomial f of x or p of x. And root is related to equation f of x is equal to 0. So when you are equating it to 0, it is called root of equation and it is called 0 of polynomial. This is in general. You can use vice versa also, right? So roots and zeros both are the same terms. You can use them vice versa also. But this is a general trend. So now see over here. So first let us see home in class exercise question number 6. Okay. Or before proceeding to, okay, just no problem. Let us proceed to that first. Then we will see it next. Okay. Yes, exactly. Both are same only, but 0 is related to polynomial and root is the term related to equation. But you can use vice versa as well. So in class exercise question 6, factorize 2x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 14x square minus 19x minus 6. So we have to find its factors, and they have not suggested any method. So we are free to use any method over here, isn't it? They have not suggested any method that use by using long division or without using long division. So we can use any method. So tell me how we will begin. What will be our first step over here? right? So same method only, same theorem that we have done now. Okay, rational roots theorem, because here coefficient is not 2. Okay, since coefficient is not 1, so here we will use rational roots theorem. So from rational roots theorem, the coefficient of 6 are, or factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, 6. Factors of 2 are plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2. So you can write now from rational roots theorem, wait for 1 minute, there is one problem. Okay, so from rational roots theorem, or you can directly write possible rational roots are, if you not want to mention that. Okay, so your possible rational roots can be 1 by 1, same that we have done in last class, 1 by 2, 2 by 1, 2 by 2, that is 1 only, 3 by 1, 3 by 2, then 6 by 1, and 6 by 2 is already 3. So first we will start by trial and error, right? That what are its factors, let us try to find. So here, if I take this as p of x, so for x is equal to 1, my p of 1 will be 2 plus 1 minus 14 minus 19 minus 6. Definitely it is not equal to 0. For x is equal to minus 1, my p of minus 1 will be 2 times minus 1 to the power 4, that is positive, plus minus 1 cube, that is minus 1, minus 1 square, that is 1, minus 14, minus 19 into minus 1, that is plus 19, minus 6. So it is equal to 19 plus 2 is 21, and negative side also it is 21, it is equal to 0. So your one factor will be x plus 1 over here. Here they are asking about factors, so I am writing in form of factor. X is equal to minus 1 is one root and x plus 1 is factor. So yes, Vastav, this is the only method. Yes, in that case also we have to show rational numbers, Vaishnavi. So let us check for 2. So for p of 2 it is 2 to the power 5, that is 32. Right. So if we'll use after this long division method, you will be end up with cubic polynomial. Then now let me show you combination of long division method in this. So this is 32 plus 2 cube is 8 minus 2 square is 4. 14 4s are 56, 19 2s are 38, and it is minus 6. Definitely it is not equal to 0. So if I check it for minus 2, so minus 2 to the power 4, this will be plus only, but this will become minus. This will be minus only, but this will become plus, and this is negative. So 38 and 32. So this will become 70, isn't it? And here 8 and 6 is 14. 14 and 56 also 70. It is also equal to 0. So x plus 2 is also a factor of this. So here if x plus 1 is factor of p of x, x plus 2 is factor of p of x. Now, so Yashash, now your doubt got cleared. You were asking about that which two factors you have given? 6 and 4, right? That 6 is factor of 36 and 4 is factor of 36. Then 24 is not factor of 36, right? But exactly in this case, yes, we have to take here prime factors only. because here x plus 1 and x plus 2 are factors such that we are multiplying them. They are not combination, they are a linear factors, and since they are linear factors, they are same as prime factors. So here you have to consider only prime factors only of 36. Is it clear? So your doubt is connected to this method here. So if x plus 1 is factor of this polynomial, x plus 2 is factor of this polynomial, so x plus 1 into x plus 2 is also factor of p of x. Is it clear, Yashash? Since they are having linear polynomial, it can be treated as prime factors. क्योंकि x plus 1 का further factorization नहीं होगा, right? In the same way, x plus 2 का भी further factorization नहीं होगा, and that is the definition of prime number only. हाँ हाँ साकिब, मैं यहाँ सिर्फ दूसरी मेथड दिखा रहा हूँ. हम हाफ को भी आगे कर सकते हैं. मैं स्टेप बाय स्टेप गया, 1 के बाद 2 देखा. सो सिमिलरली वी कैन 1 के, हाँ हाँ यस, सॉरी माय मिस्टेक, 1 के बाद डायरेक्ट मैंने 2 ले लिया. हाफ को भी हम चेक कर सकते थे, राइट? सो बिकॉज इट वाज डाउट ऑफ यशस 36, सो उसको लीव करो. 36 वाला इस क्वेश्चन से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. So x plus 1 into x plus 2 is also a factor of p of x. So that means x square plus 2x, I'm simplifying this. So it is x square plus 2x plus 1x plus 2. So it is x square plus 3x plus 2. It is also one factor of p of x. So now if we have to find other factors of p of x, so I will divide a given polynomial, that is 2x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 14x square minus 19x minus 6 with x square plus 3x plus 2. पर वो डिवाइड करने के लिए पहले इतनी चीजें आपको क्लियर होनी चाहिए. क्या ये क्लियर है? तभी मैं आपको नेक्स्ट चीज दिखा सकता हूँ. जस्ट लेट मी नो. इज इट क्लियर नाउ? शैल वी मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन? मतलब नेक्स्ट पोर्शन, नॉट नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ओके. So now let us divide. Now let us use long division method. So here we have to divide 2x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 14x square minus 19x minus 6. What is one biggest problem with all you students is you are not having any patience, right? आप अगर मैं आपको कोई थियरम समझा रहा हूं तो आप वो थियरम खत्म नहीं होने दोगे, उससे पहले आपके डाउट्स पूछना शुरू कर दोगे. कोई एग्जांपल समझा रहा हूं तो आपको एग्जांपल खत्म नहीं होने दोगे, उससे पहले आप आपके डाउट्स पूछने शुरू कर दोगे. उससे वो चीजें आपको कभी पता नहीं चलेगी. The highest strength of any student can have is his or her patience. So जब तक वो थियरम या क्वेश्चन खत्म नहीं हो जाए तब तक पेशेंस रखो, उसके बाद आपके डाउट पूछो. चलो. So 2x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 14x square minus 19x